think it's now my 24th edition.
Yeah, I remember that you at some point caught up with John Vanderwiel, but you passed him a long time ago, I think now, yeah?
Thank you for your...
Okay, but things in this tournament are going not so good for you so far, I guess. How do you evaluate the tournament yourself so far?
It's true that things in the beginning didn't go very well. I was completely winning against Wojtacek, and it was a draw in the end. And well, actually, I missed some tactical wins there, but that was not the main problem. The technical win was more. It hurt me more than the tactical wins. And I think against Carlsen, I definitely should not have lost that game. But instead, I started to spend a lot of time, wasting a lot of time, missing some moves, and.
Yeah, there was some speculation against Carlsen. At some point, you...
He paid me, yes, that's correct.
You just blundered, you just blundered the pawn.
Yeah, that's...
And with a move that the pundits really didn't understand. What happened? You must have seen that he could take the pawn.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But I forgot about it. Yeah, that's simple as that.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah. When I made this move, because I was thinking to play moves like b4 instead, just to get this pawn into the attack mode.
Yeah.
However, but and then I thought, well, maybe I can wait a little bit, and and after g5 the pawn was gone. Yeah. But when I made this move, then I started to, I told myself, oh, maybe it's not pawn, maybe it's not so, it doesn't matter so much in this kind of position, but I guess, maybe some extra open foul for my rooks, you know. But I tried to make some excuses that it was maybe not that bad.
Yes. Okay, when I try to translate, your play is actually not so bad, but you miss a lot of chances for a win, for a draw, and so on. Do you have an explanation for that? I mean, some people, the obvious is you're getting older, but what is it? What do you think?
Well, definitely I don't get older, but I think it was maybe my main problem was, especially in the beginning, that I spent too much time, something like double checking some stuff. Maybe I didn't play such an event on such a level for a long time. That's why maybe a little bit insecure, and maybe I should have worked on my shape a bit, my chest shape a bit more before doing that. And well, in time trouble, if you have less time, of course of course you can make mistakes. And although I don't mind to get in time trouble, but well, in these games, especially with Wojtacek and Carlsen, it costed me.
Okay, and in the weeks before the tournament, can you still motivate yourself to do a lot of work out, but also prepare for the tournament? And especially when you compare it with, let's say, 10-15 years ago.
Well, these days my method of preparation has changed, and since, let's say, the last 5 years or so. And first of all, I had a crazy year, so first of all I needed to recover from by just taking some rest, and then finally to get back in shape by doing some sports and stuff like that. And so opening wise, I didn't do that much, and that's not where I think that's not where's my main problem. The main problem was that I was just spending too much time in general, and maybe not seeing, missing some moves sometimes. This was my main. But generally speaking, okay, it could have been a bit better, my preparation, but more like, you know, like solving some exercises and stuff like that.
Okay, then about today's game against Aronian. The ancients sort of claimed that first you were a little bit worse, and in the end you actually had the upper hand. Have you already an opinion about today's game against Aronian?
Yes, well, clearly that first of all Level is not in very good shape, and
No.
Well, it sounds a bit strange that I'm saying this, but well, I consider Level to be a target today.
Well, you beat him last year.
Yeah, and
so.
I mean he was basically my last victory in what I can say. And I want to go back to back, and I decided just to maybe to surprise him a little bit with the Trompovsky today.
Okay, but you've played the Trompovsky before.
Yes, but not in this tournament yet. So I
Not this tournament, but
Yeah.
in previous tournaments
Yes.
here. Yeah.
So, but he looked a bit surprised, and to open the coffee house very early. I like this idea very much, and well, I was quite happy about how things were going, and okay, although engines they were saying that black was maybe a bit better. I believe that actually white is a bit better because of the close structure of the position, and computer maybe overestimates the chances of somebody who has two bishops. And later, well, I thought he was almost toast, and he is still very tricky, although he's in bad shape. And he, well, maybe I could have won by computer way of play, but I obviously missed it, and I didn't dare to take this this risky winning attempt, which actually might have been winning this.
Okay, back to the tournament in general. Who's your favorite to win the tournament now?
Well, I mean things start to look better now for Magnus.
I would say a lot better.
Yeah, and I mean he beat Aronian, Fabiano, and me. What else do you want?
And that makes him, of course, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there's nothing much to fear. Yeah.
No.
So no, but okay. I don't know if well, you know, the tournament is all about momentum. For example, if Jubava hadn't lost the first game with Ivanchuk, if he had beaten Ivanchuk in the first game, probably Ivanchuk and Jubava would have switched places first of all. Okay, I lost this. I drew this game with Votacek, and after he went to beat Caruana, I think. No, Magnus first, and later. So then he's also.
You gave Wojtaszek momentum in a way.
Yeah, and now I think Magnus is getting
on steam.
Yes, and although on the rest day we gave him a really hard time on the football pitch, but it seems that he has recovered well.
Can you give some details about that?
Well, I'm just surprised that his
That he can still walk.
that Peter Hein Niels is second is not fired yet because
he didn't send him on the pitch. Okay. Any questions from you? Yeah.
A few years ago you had a so-called sabbatical, which was the only time in all those years that you reached this tournament, but played lots of other games then, a bit much for someone who's supposed to be on sabbatical. Later Vallejo did the same trick. Can you comment on that with a few years later?
Yeah, but well, I mean, sabbatical means for me that I just take it easy, yeah? And playing, like I say, it's not taking it easy, yeah? And this was basically part of it, that you start the year with not playing, like I say, and you play just some, let's say, some tournaments in Curacao, which I consider like having a good time. Not, so, I mean, maybe you consider this playing chess, but I just consider this going to Curacao. Okay, I understand that if you look at the numbers, I was still the second most active player in Holland in my sabbatical, but I didn't consider myself to be a
Being
player.
good with number, the most active being?
Sergei Tiviakov.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of course. Yes. And if you start to speak about that, it was also quite funny that me and Sergei, we were the most active players in that year. First of all, we didn't play, but in that year I even didn't see him at all. So
And it's also quite funny because I know a lot of players from the Dutch team really have to try hard in December to be eligible for the Dutch team because they play to less games actually, to little games.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah, and it's very sad for them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's about it. Look, thank you very much and good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Tom.
Yeah.